Viewers, listeners, believers, non-believers. Listen to me.
Listen to me!
I know things. I know of events that will happen. Things that are here. They come to me so I can warn you. Warn you of the things that will happen. By night. Strange stories take place in strange places. I should know. This one began on the rocks. He was a man who soared to great heights, poised for a greater fall. That's how they operate. This is why you should fear.
I'm not saying I don't like being at home. That's not what I'm saying.
Of course not.
It's not. I'm just saying being on the road can have its advantages.
It can.
I mean, I'm guilty some days of thinking I'd like to leave everything and everyone behind forever, escape the world.
Well, maybe it's not the matter of escaping the world, but rather to make the world disappear. If only for a night. If only for an hour.
I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression. It's just silly bar talk I took too far. You're beautiful. Sorry. Good night.
It's a shame.
Pardon?
It's a shame to let a pretty woman leave a bar unhappy. It's against the rules.
Oh, I hate rules, Mr.
Talbert. Roy Talbert.
Mr. Roy Talbert.
Yeah, you know the way I see it? Men are funny creatures. We take ourselves right to the edge. So many times in life where we are faced with only bad choices, and it's all by our own doing. Take that guy, for example. Right to the edge. Either cheat on my wife or miss out on that dark-haired beauty from the bar. Either one's a bad choice. So don't feel too bad, miss. That there is just the nature of our species talking.
Wise and wonderful, Mr. Talbert.
Oh, don't get the wrong idea, miss. I'm 40 years happily married. Besides, I'm a pilot, and drinking before a morning flight, that's a no-no. Guess I'm just another dumb guy at a bar telling you how dumb men think.
Dumb men.
You know what? Maybe one drink won't hurt. Besides, it's a rule. No pretty woman leaves a bar unhappy, and no full shots left behind.
I hate rules.
You heard me, air traffic control. I need help. Repeat, need help. Do you copy?
Captain Talbert, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down, goddammit. Now, I say again, ATC, is there a federal air marshal on board?
That information...
Is there?
Your international flight is not equipped with an AM.
Oh, Jesus.
Where's First Officer Anderson?
I told you already. We had our staggered chow as planned, and then I went to the lab. When I came back from the lab, First Officer Anderson had changed course. Unexplainable. A Dewey's course had become a sharp southeast bearing to coordinates.
791, roger. We saw that change on radar.
When I questioned him, he had no answers. He seemed detached, like his wiring had gone screwy or something. Words led to shoving, which led to an all-out fight, and I forced him out. Do you hear me? I forced him out!
I hear you, Captain.
I will not let him jeopardize the safety of my passengers or compromise my equipment.
Of course not. Why do you think he changed course?
I don't know.
Try to think. I need your opinion. You had to have an instinct.
Anderson was just a loner, just off. Hey, you wouldn't know it unless you flew with him regularly, but it's the subtle things, you know?
Like?
I don't know, like not being able to carry on mindless banter, never asking how I was doing, never once offering any information or background on himself. Hey, listen, don't get me wrong, I don't need a talkie-tina up here at 40,000 feet, but a little chit-chat would be nice. Listen, you may think I'm crazy, but when he changed course, I immediately thought he was going to down this plane. He was going to end it all, end his miserable life and take us with him. He was going to kill us all. That's what I thought, and that's why I did what I did.
I understand, Captain. Now, stay with me because I need to ask you something important.
Yeah.
Will you let First Officer Anderson back in?
What?
Will you let him back in?
Have you not heard anything I've been saying?
Well, I have. But put yourself in my position. We have a plane that veered off course dramatically, erratic altitude changes that can only be interpreted as an incident. And now we have one pilot flying a plane, one story. I need verification from another source.
Now you listen to me.
No, you listen to me and listen good. If not First Officer Anderson, then perhaps a flight attendant.
Oh, sure. I'll open the door and the flight deck will be overrun again.
The flight deck was overrun before?
No.
Well, why would the crew need to overrun the cockpit anyway?
It's not what I meant.
What do you mean?
You're manipulating my words.
Well, then tell me what you're saying in your words.
I had nothing to do with this.
Your records indicate volatility in your past.
It's true. I've been an imperfect man, you know, way too often in my life. But up here, up in the air, in this cockpit, I am perfect. I am a perfect pilot. Until now, I've never had words with another coworker, ever. You know, I dare say that my record could be called unexceptional, save one thing: my care for my passengers. I care for my passengers exceptionally.
You mean that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Then I need you to do a favor for the passengers. Change your course to 791.
You're in on it.
Captain Talbert, this will go a lot easier if you stop asking questions and do as I say. Course 791.
But why?
There's something on that aircraft we want, and you're gonna bring it to me. Course 791.
I'm not bringing you anything.
Captain, you're a smart man. You have to know what's going on here. Those passengers will never get off that plane alive.
Dear God.
But if you listen and cooperate, things could turn out okay for you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a new life, hidden away, protected, very well taken care of. Course 791. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for your wife. Karen, right?
How do you know about her?
Karen?
Stop saying her name!
40 years, right? Shame about the dementia. Those bills must be tough on a pilot's salary. You play along. She'll join you. Get the best care possible.
Why are you doing this? What could possibly be so important on this plane? So important to talk mass murder and my wife's illness. disease. It's a disease, isn't it? Some virus or something.
Why would you say that?
I noticed sick passengers. A first-class patron with an oxygen mask. Odd smells. You've infected this plane.
You're very clever, Captain, but slightly wrong.
How? How? You tell me how I'm wrong!
Because there's only one person on that aircraft with a virus. Don't you remember?
Right to the edge.
Which made you the perfect candidate. Now, Captain, it's time to bring that plane down to me.
My passengers. My passengers.
Your passengers are dead.
No, you're lying!
Am I? Heard anything from the cabin lately? A pilot's taken sole control of a plane, and not one bang on the door, not one scream of terror.
You son of a bitch!
In many ways, we can thank you for infecting First Officer Anderson, and then shoving him out with the passengers you so love.
No, it's not true! It's not true!
You know it's true. You know it. Now, Captain Talbert. Course 791. Surely you understand there's no other choice. You'll be taken care of. Your wife will be taken care of.
My wife.
You know you'd do anything for her.
You're right. Absolutely right.
There. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
I would do anything for her. Which means I would do everything I can to keep her away from you.
Repeating the facts we now know, a lone pilot took down the airliner, killing everyone on board, including himself. The pilot, a Captain Roy Talbert, with a history of volatile behavior, apparently left a suicide note behind and was even seen drinking at a hotel bar prior to piloting this international flight.
Wise and wonderful. Sir?
Executed perfectly.
Congratulations.
And to you.
To be clear, course 791.
A distraction. Part of the game. Everything about Captain Roy Talbert told me he'd put that plane anywhere but where I told him to. So instead, I put him right over our chosen area. The decision was his.
Dumb men.
As you can see from the horrifying footage, the black smoke from the crash site is engulfing the portside town, known as one of the largest producers of grains and spices in the world. No word as of yet what this will do, if anything, to its most popular exports.
The heat will help it spread quickly.
Yes, we are airborne.
Ready?
I am ready.
Let it begin.
According to authorities who have recovered the plane's black box recorder, the last words of the pilot were, "It's all my fault. All my fault." A horrible tragedy, obviously at the hands of a lone psychopath. An in-depth investigation no doubt will come, and we hope to have more details by night.